Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here. Back with you video, and today we gonna react to worst song titles of all time. Off a rip, the only one I could think of is "Bitch You the Shit." Bitch, you think you the shit? You're not even a fart. That's the worst song title of all time. Plus, it's a terrible song too, by the way. But I digress. But anyways, though. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
In general, I don't think the titles of songs matter that much. For example, I really like the song I Just Banged a Snooze in Canada Water by Jim Legacy, but the title literally just means that he put a nicotine pouch in his mouth in a London neighborhood. As far as I'm aware, this has absolutely nothing to do with the song, and that's fine. I don't really care because I like the song. I think it sounds good. The title doesn't really matter to me. I think what makes a bad song title is ultimately whatever is weird, awkward, or difficult to tell a friend. For example, imagine asking your
Hold on, go back for me.
Ultimately, whatever is weird, awkward, or difficult to tell.
Okay. Drippy, I don't see a problem with that. Fat, juicy, and wet. I mean, come on, bro. Especially when you got songs like WAP that exist. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You're 16. I don't know what that's about, but I hope it ain't what I think it is.
When you say teenage, how are we talking? Girls who are teenagers.
I hope that ain't what we talking about here.
Tell a friend. For example, imagine asking your friend, bro, have you heard that new Ice Spice song? You know, the Think You the Shit fart song?
See?
I be going hard.
I'm not saying that, dude. That's just weird to say. So today I wanted to look into some songs with bad titles. I asked you guys for your thoughts, but first let's get a few of my picks out of the way. Now I think this is probably a contender for one of the worst song titles ever, and that is Woman is the N-Word of the World by John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
That's racist. That's racist. That's racist. That's racist. That's racist. That's racist. That's racist.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown. He's 81. We got he's 81.
I sentence you to 4,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
That's racist.
So the whole point of this song, John starts the song off by saying, it's something Yoko said to me in 1968. It took me until 1970 to dig it. The lyrics go pretty much how you think they would, and the whole point of
Excuse me, we make her paint her face and dance.
That's racist. That's racist. That's racist. That's racist.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind.
the song is basically trying to say that, how do you even say this? That women struggle just like black people have, and you know how black people have always been treated poorly, women have been treated poorly too. But the title just, it comes.
You could have came up with a better title. No, I'm not letting this slide. No.
That's racist. That's racist. That's racist.
John Lennon, you can go to hell.
That's racist. That's racist.
Boo this man!
No, y'all could have chose something better than that. You could have made it a metaphor and a lyric, but to make this the entire song, y'all knew what y'all was doing, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
comes off super tasteless. First of all, I think when you make a metaphor in music, it's usually nice to be a little less on the nose, but this was really obvious what he meant. It just feels like a super lazy metaphor, and it's kind of stupid because now you're pissing off two marginalized groups instead of just like advocating for one. I don't know, it didn't work very well. One commenter on my post said, as a black woman is the end of the world was always stupid to me because like, why is he saying that as if there's not already a group of people that have been considered the ends of the world? That's a really good point right there. They continue, like, I get the analogy, but it feels so unnecessary to feel the need to compare misogyny to racism as if one is worse than the other. That sums it up pretty well, I think. Yeah, John and...
Boo this man!
Fuck John Legend.
I think
fuck John
on a more
Legend.
lighthearted note,
But fuck
the next
John
entry
Legend
is
too.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet by Bruno Mars and Sexy Red.
I don't see nothing wrong with this song, bro. When you got songs like WAP out here, bro, and let's not forget we got songs like My Neck, My Back. Come on, bro. We got songs like that out there. We got songs like Bounce That Ass, Back That Ass Up, Make That Ass Clap. Come on, bro. We got Salt Shaker. We got so many shits up it. Come on, bro. Stop it, bro. This is light compared to some of the shit we got, bro. Come on, bro.
Now, this song title is just gross. It really gives me WAP vibes, and WAP's better because they didn't use the full words in the title, and especially they didn't use Wet and Gushy. I'm glad they didn't do that. But yeah, Fat, Juicy, and Wet, yo, bro, have you heard that new Bruno Mars song, Fat, Juicy, and Wet? No, I'm not saying that. Come on. My next entry on the list is a crazy one. It's called I Come Blood by Cannibal.
Okay, that's taking it a little too far there. Okay, that's going off the rails there.
Corpse. This is the song responsible for this infamous clip right here.
This is a fun little song about shooting blood from your cock.
I know my brother. What type of show are we at right now? I already know. I can see it in brother's eyes. Brother over here looking like, I know you lying. I know he didn't just say what I think he just said.
You didn't say that. Tell me you did not just say that.
Now, when you get into a lot of these, whatever you want to call it, metal, hard rock, whatever these bands are, these weird, crazy bands such as Cannibal Corpse, a lot of them have a lot of shock value in their titles. They just like to say the craziest shit possible to get you, I don't even know. I don't really know what the purpose is. And Cannibal Corpse has plenty of other ones. Like one person here pointed out, with a Knife, Cannibal Corpse. And they also have a song called Necro. And there's plenty of other
What the fuck these niggas on? Hell no, this them weirdo bands, bro. For them weird ass niggas, bro. Hell no. These the niggas I was talking about in that one video that one time, bro. I got on y'all geeky, dorky, nerdy ass niggas. This is type of shit I was talking about, bro. I got this, bro. Y'all be on some weird shit sometimes, bro. I'm saying, dog. This that weird shit, bro. I be talking about.
Terrible ones. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to try to leave out a lot of metal bands because they just say crazy things for the sake of it, but I'm sure a few of them will make an appearance. Next up, I have Lemon Incest by Serge Gainsbourg. Now, I had never heard of this song before, but when I was researching this video, I found out that this was a song and music video that he made with his then 12-year-old daughter. And as I read online, apparently the song explores the complex and often ambiguous love between a father and daughter. And assuming my English translation here is correct, it has lyrics such as, Lemon Incest, I love you above all else. Papa, Papa, the love we will never make together is heaven sent, the most potent, the pure essence, the most intense, exquisite child, delicious infant, my flesh and blood, my baby doll, my soul. Yeah, this is just disturbing.
You's a freaky ass nigga. Fuck you mean? Get your freaky ass on. You know you freaky. On my dead grandma, and you can see me about it. Don't come over here with that freaky ass, sick ass shit, your little freaky ass. Freaky bitch.
Why don't we just call you contributing to the delinquency of a minor that's 15 years old? Does that feel better? Does that make you sleep better at night?
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
What kind of shit is that?
Especially since it implies philia and incest. It's just kind of disgusting. And apparently in the music video, it shows him and his daughter.
Is this nigga serious?
Yeah, I mean, I might be missing some context here, but with what I've just read and seen, that guy should be put down. My next entry here is the one I used in the intro. Thank You the Shit, Fart by Ice Spice.
Shit trash, bruh. This y'all queen, this what y'all say, this what y'all be fiending over and shit, making songs like this.
Try it.
I mean,
what's all that movement back there? What's all that movement back there? There's a whole lot of clapping.
I don't think I need to say much more about this song. I get she was playing off that one meme, but yeah, it's just... Really? Come on, that's gross. And especially because she does a lot of poop bars, and that's nasty. And it's making me think she's kind of weird. Speaking of poop stuff, Flushed from the Bathroom of Your Heart by Johnny Cash. Now, I actually had no idea this was a real song, but it is. I'm not sure why he titled it like that. And maybe if you guys know, let me know in the comments below, but that's a pretty weak title. I wanted to throw in a little honorable mention here, and that's songs that are self-titled. Now, I understand albums being self-titled. I get that. But when you have a self-titled song on usually it's on a self-titled album, it's just like, yo, have you heard Bad Company by Bad Company? It's off their album Bad Company. Like, what are we doing? Yo, have you heard Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath? It's off their album Black Sabbath. Yo, have you heard Iron Maiden by Iron Maiden? It's off their album Iron Maiden. I don't think these are the worst, and I like self-titled albums. I think that's fine. But when you put a self-titled song on a self-titled album, it gets a little annoying. One cool little twist I saw on this was when Origami Angel put out a song called the title track on their album. A little bit different. I like that song, and I just wanted to point that out. Anyways, though, I wanted to hear what you guys had to say, what you guys thought were some of the worst song titles of all time. So let's look into it. My first submission here is Age Ain't Nothing But a Number by Aaliyah. Yeah, this is
Yeah, this is self-explanatory. We ain't got to say nothing less.
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Explanatory, especially because R. Kelly was involved in the creation of this song. And if anyone knows anything about the R. Kelly and Aaliyah situation, how they got married when she was underage, it's a horrible thing. And if you know anything about R. Kelly, it's just, yeah, it aged extremely poorly. And honestly, even if it didn't age poorly, that's still a bad song title. Speaking of song titles that aged poorly, we got Satisfy You by P. Diddy and R. Kelly. Yes, this was...
How's this a bad title?
The thing back in 1999. It's like these drop little clues in their music, and maybe it's because their songs are so overtly sexual and they're just sexual deviants, who knows. But yeah, it feels like we should have seen these things coming. Someone here said there's a local band called Pika.
I don't get that one. You have to explain. He didn't even explain it. He just said, yeah, they're just dropping subtle. Like, nigga, explain. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I like that song. It's just to satisfy you. He don't understand you like I do. I don't see what's wrong with that. They talking about it's a Dirty Mackin song. I mean, because it got R. Kelly and Diddy in it, that makes it bad.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
So I guess every song with Elvis in it that where he talking about a girl, we should look into those too, huh?
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
I'm just saying.
Or Picha. Any of their song titles will catch your eye. One of their albums, La Barba de Osama Mi Raspa Los Huevos, is literally Osama's beard scratches my balls.
Hey,
That's
yo.
an interesting song title. Worst of all time.
Hey, yo.
They might be good. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that one. Someone here said Grippy by Cash Cobain and J. Cole. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I don't see nothing wrong with this, though. I mean, the song is ass. Yes, let's not sit up here and act like the song ain't ass. The song is ass, but the title?
Grippy. Grippy.
J. Cole, Stat of the Night.
Maybe if the song was about something else, it wouldn't be that bad. But given the context, yeah. This is a bad song title and just a bad song. Someone here said there's a song from the 60s by the Crystals called He Hit Me and It Felt Like a Kiss. It was actually written by Carole King, weirdly enough. It was produced by...
That's a weird ass title right there. Wow.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
Phil Spector, who I'm pretty sure he killed people, or he was a freak, wasn't he? Yeah, Phil Spector was a freak, so he's involved with this song. Doing a little more digging into the song, I found someone said, if people actually knew the story behind the song, they would know this is not endorsing or glorifying abusive relationships. Jerry Goffin and Carole King wrote this song when they found out that their babysitter, Eva Boyd, was being abused by her boyfriend. When they asked her why she put up with it, she said his actions were out of love. This is a song about falling in love with the wrong person, being so blinded by your infatuation that you submit to their abuse. That's why the song sounds so whimsical. It's a fantasy, a dream by the victim, believing all this abuse comes from a place of love. If that's the case, which I think it is, I don't think this is a bad song title. I think some song titles are uncomfortable on purpose, and this is, I think, an example of that. Kind of talking about how people can, I don't know, I read the comment. You guys don't need to hear my dumbass thoughts on it. A while back, I found this band called Preschool Tea Party Massacre, which is an insane name in my opinion. By the way, pause the comment. Worst band or artist names I think I should do next, because there's some crazy ones, and I think that'd be fun. Anyways, let's continue. And they have a song called Condoms, Lubricant, and Sardine Juice, which I don't want to imagine the correlation between those first two items and the last one. Yeah,
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
that's kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of those Instagram Reels videos where the guy goes up to the cashier with like condoms, lubricant, and then some weird shit. Those are kind of funny. I'm just watching TikToks right now.
This nigga's a homosexual. You said I'm gay.
I need some help over here. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. Party? Huh? Party? Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of these weird...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Obscure artists. I mean, you know, you can find an artist on SoundCloud with 3 followers that has some ridiculous title. I think to be the worst title of all time, it's got to come from a big artist, such as Ringo Starr, who has a song called You're 16. This song wasn't actually written by Ringo Starr, though. It was written a little bit a few years earlier, actually 14 years earlier, I think. And it was first released in 1960 by someone else. So Ringo may be in the clear, but the song title is still kind of weird. Wood by Taylor Swift. Now, I don't think the song title is really that bad until you get the context of the actual song, which is in the post-chorus when she says, "Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He amatized me and it opened my eyes." And that's like a reference to the slang term dickmatized. And then she goes, "Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened up my thighs." So wood is obviously an innuendo for a hey, yo! Yeah, it's just cringy, you know? It's especially, how old is Taylor Swift? She's 36 years old putting out songs like this. It's a little much. Someone here says, by the Crash Test Dummies, Da 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 by Trio, and Dee Doo 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 Dee Da 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 by The Police. I've never understood why anyone would find these titles appealing. Also, Blah 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 by Kesha and 303 kind of speaks for itself. I don't think Blah 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 is that bad. I think that's kind of like a common sort of onomatopoeia, right? But these other ones, yeah, I could see how they'd be obnoxious. I don't think they're the worst ever. The longer they get, though, they're definitely much more obnoxious. Someone here said, "Canceled by Taylor Swift is the song title equivalent of the How Do You Do Fellow Students meme." Again, I wouldn't say that's the worst song title of all time. I will say it's kind of cringy. Taylor Swift is just pretty cringy sometimes. Again, this song was on her most recent album, and I guess she's kind of like playing the victim here, saying she's been canceled. The description of the song says she has an unfortunate history with cancel culture, but she's still here and she hasn't been canceled, so I don't think cancellations. We're talking about this in 20.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What are we doing? The commenter continued with another entry though. Mystical Magical by Benson Boone sounds like it's the name of something in a regular show, but instead it's just a really annoying song that's always played on the radio. I think Mystical Magical is much worse. It's like, you know, you could have instead had a mystical magical title. You could have come up with a word that sounded mystical and magical, but it's like he was too dumb to think of a creative word, so he was just like, I guess I'll just call it Mystical Magical. Also, the regular show comparisons kind of opened my eyes here. His name's Benson Boone. He looks kind of like Rigby, and Mystical Magical sounds like something that would happen in regular show, so who knows?
We brought you a cake.
It's almost 3. Were you able to stop the audit?
Almost done.
Someone here said, "Do What You Want With My Body" by Lady Gaga and R. Kelly. Now, this one is a contender for probably one of the worst song titles of all time. So the song is actually just called "Do What You Want," but in the chorus, she keeps saying, "Do What You Want With My Body." And you might be thinking to yourself, maybe this came out, you know, way before R. Kelly had those allegations, you know, but it didn't. It came out in 2013. By this point, R. Kelly had illegally married Aaliyah, who was 15. He was accused of having sex with a 15-year-old. A video had circulated around of him being with a girl that was underage in 2002, which he was acquitted for, and he had more allegations of child molestation in 2019. So by this point, it was pretty clear that he was weird at the very least. You know, there was nothing like fully confirmed, but I think everyone kind of knew it, and Gaga still decided to do that song with him, so a little weird. HH by Kanye. If you guys didn't know, HH stands for Hail Hitler. That one's self-explanatory. I don't think it needs much more commentary. Someone here said Me by Nirvana. This is similar to the domestic abuse song I talked about earlier. I think it's an uncomfortable song title, but I think that's also the
Hey, yo, what the
itself,
fuck?
I didn't know is an anti-rape song, and that subject is obviously an uncomfortable subject. And I think that's kind of what the song is supposed to do. And I think it does a good job at that, especially with the title. So I don't think that's one of the worst titles of all time. Someone here said, look up the band Butthole Surfers. Their song titles can get just as, if not more weird than their band name. Yeah, they definitely have some weird songs like The Lord is a Monkey or Sweat Loaf. I'm looking right here at an EP of theirs called Locust Abortion Technician, or an album
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Worm Saloon, or a song called The Shah Sleeps in Lee Harvey's Grave, or I Saw an X-Ray of a Girl Passing Gas. I think these guys are just weirdos. I don't think these are the worst titles of all time. I think if we were going to compare these guys to like a metal band, they'd be beat. But yeah, the Butthole Surfers, I've never really been into their music. I don't know if it's their name. That kind of throws me off a little bit, but I guess they're all right. Not the worst song title, but You Might Think He Loves You for Your Money, but I Know What He Really Loves You For. It's your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat by Death Grips is just too damn long. Ain't no one searching that up, but
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
song titles that are very long. And I feel like I noticed this a lot in like underground songs. It might have been a trend for a while to just have a long ass name, but it's obnoxious. And this isn't the only entry that was just overly long. Like one person here said, Standing Outside a Broken Phone Booth with Money in My Hand by Primitive Radio Gods, and they said it was too long. They also mentioned a song called Possum Kingdom, but someone responded and said, they explained it. It's on the screen. They know better than I do. Someone here said Slam Gang, Freak Bussy God of the Earth. I don't have much commentary. I don't know what that even is.
What that mean? Mess with me? What that mean? If you know, you know.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You know. Guess I don't know.
Another person said Ripped by Elephants is a horrible song title. I guess this is from a band. Yeah, this is what I hate about this metal shit. I look it up and it's by a band called Torso on an album called Erotic Diarrhea Fantasy. I'm not even gonna show you guys these pictures I'm looking at. This is horrible. This is why I didn't want these motherfuckers in the video, dude. They're horrible. Someone else said Chased Through the Woods by a Rapist by Waking the Cadaver.
All right, bro, we're going too far here now, bro. We done reached some territory that even I'm looking at this shit like, bro.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
It's not even on Genius. No, they do. I bet you guys couldn't guess what the album this is on is called. It's called Perverse Recollections of a Necromangler. Bruh. I get that a lot of these types of artists make these shock value songs, or they're trying to like do a musical version of like a horror movie, but I can't get behind that, man. I just can't. Nutting All Over Your Distorted Down Syndrome Face by Artery Eruption. I'm not gonna look this one up for my own mental health. We're starting to get into the woodwork here, and I think that's what I'm gonna call it. I still think the John Lennon song is.
I'm gonna end it right here too, man. This what happens when you get this is what happens when you listen to Eminem and all that punk metal rock shit. That weird punk metal rock shit. And then you listen to Eminem on the side, you get shit like this. Fun God, nigga.